Hello everyone and now welcome to a matchup and a game here taking place here on Northern Isles. Over here on the bottom left hand side of the map we have Please spawning as the teal and the teal Night Elf, meanwhile going up against KraV, who is spawning over here on the top right hand side of the map. As I look at the colors, I realize this is not a ladder match. I believe this is coming in from the ESL Pro Tour EU qualifier. And well, with that said, even though this is a Pro Tour qualifier game, KraV has KraV has been known to build some unorthodox strategy. When that comes up, I remember Crota telling how the Puzzle Blizzard devs who were at the tournament asked him why nobody used reforged graphics. Yeah, it was very obvious. The developers, I mean, and at the same point in time, the developers worked very hard to make reforged graphics, right? To make it so that it looked up to date, and that you have high quality resolution on these particular units. All of these things, it makes sense. So they put time and energy. They spent a lot of their time building what they thought the players wanted, and maybe there are players out there who wanted reforged graphics. I will say this: the competitive scene of Warcraft 3 is a very vocal group. We have our opinions. We want things to work out for the competitive scene, and well, not everyone knows who Lalayette, Moon, Sky, all of those players are. And with that, maybe there are people out there who are like, oh, I do like the Reforged graphics. I personally don't run across them because I am more involved in the competitive scene anyways. There were a lot of games in the DreamHack qualifiers. No wonder not all games had observers. Oh yeah, there were a lot of games. Right, yes, it is a Lich first. My daughter, Arya, going, wait, what? Lich first? What is going on? Yes, KraV, often known to open up with very, very unorthodox strategies, going for that Ogre Magi. Going to go ahead and take that down. This is a 5-4-4 creep camp, which will give a level 2 to that Lich very quickly. And we'll see whether or not he uses, well, Dark Ritual with the Rod of Necromancy to finish off more and more of those units while keeping that mana all topped up. KraV, also known as the European Infi, he doesn't play random, but he does do some very, very random strategies. Level 2 on the Lich now. Skeletal minions making their rounds out. Where are they going to perhaps try and travel off to next? Unsure, as well the Wisps are making their rounds out. Again, this Wisp, however, getting a little bit too close to the Tuskar Trapper and making their way back out. KraV is also Hebrew for battle. Yeah, and I think Arya is also Hebrew for lioness.
Pretty sure that's right.
Yep. Anyways, so we're making our way back into the battle here. Tuskar Trapper, Ogar Magi, Ice Troll Priest, all of these units going to get taken down pretty quickly. Lich is off over here, does have plenty of mana and is not currently using that mana for any sort of Frost Novas. He does have Dark Ritual ready to go, and I'm surprised that he hasn't actually used Dark Ritual on anything here. Meanwhile, the Keeper of the Grove running on inside Ents. Oh, a misclick coming in from Please. Normally, you get 2 Forces of Nature from a level 1 Keeper of the Grove cast as long as you cast it on enough of the trees. He didn't cast it on enough of the trees, so only 1 Force of Nature was actually brought out. I don't know if that was deliberate or not. I would be highly suspect if Please said, yeah, I only wanted one unit there for my harassment. As this Acolyte down to, well, 2 more shots. 1 more shot should do it. Come on, just attack. You don't need to chase. Acolyte gets taken down. Lich sitting at level 2. Potion of Greater Healing. Rod of Necromancy. No expansion at all. Tech to tier 2 getting underway, as we are going into the graveyard for eventual Crypt Fiends. Normally, I would see a good number of ghouls alongside the Death Knight. The Death Knight with that Unholy Aura able to swarm out very quickly, but that just doesn't seem to be the case now. KraV does have that Pendant of energy. So using that pendant of energy in alongside a dark ritual, that Lich is going to be able to get so much mana so quickly. All right, making our way back down to the bottom left here. Archers, are they going to have a very bad day? Tree of Life is suffering from a large amount of damage. You can see the Ogre Warrior and the Ice Troll still making their way over. Ents now making their way over as well. There's an Entangle onto that Ghoul. Frost Nova onto some of those units. There goes one Archer as the remaining Archers are a bit slow. And there goes, well, the Wisp trying to hide itself, surrounding itself in a Moonwell. Skeletal Minions continuing to make its way back over. Dark Ritual, still plenty of mana. There's a Frost Nova, I believe, to stop it in its tracks. As the Dark Ritual, well, he could try and drop down that Pendant of Energy again and get in another Dark Ritual to get back up into perhaps the 250 range zone for his mana. There you go. There's it is. Pick it back up. Oh, no, only up to 200. All right. A little surprised by that. I would have thought there would have been a little bit more. As we see Wanda mana stealing, coming back across. Keeper of the Grove getting a little bit more mana and able to entangle one of KraV's ghouls. Alright, Ghoul gonna end up getting taken down. Nope, Dark Ritual denying that a little bit of experience there as the Lich still chasing after all of these units once more. Alright, 6 seconds on that Dark Ritual. Lich is gonna continue to get in some of that damage. Is he gonna be able to Dark Ritual that one Ghoul? Yes, he will. And all that's really happening is that the Keeper of the Grove is using Entangle, losing mana, only to see the Lich, maintain his mana as well. Yes, the units are in fact dying. I'm sure that KraV, however, would like to save his ghouls, but he's minimizing his losses very well.
Alchemist? That's the second.
Yep, Goblin Alchemist is the second hero coming in from Lalayette here. Keeper of the Grove will be able to get to level 3. Alchemist will stay at, will get to level 2. Healing Spray and Acid Bomb. We saw how effective both of those can be for the Night Elf army. Being able to do all that and more. Alchemist sitting at level 2 here. Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 3. Off to the north here, Lich making its rounds out as the Death Knight is going to be playing the supporting hero act this time around. No Tree of Life down to the south, so no expansion as of yet. Mind Control chip in that vaccine must be activating, hence the pain. Yeah, you know what? If we get to the point where you have micro bots that you have mind control chips, well, the world as we know it is going to be lost anyways. Lich now making its way back across. There is a Death Coil trying to finish off that one Alchemist or one Archer. Archer able to somehow stay alive and then jump into the air right there. There's a Death Coil finishing off another Archer there as the units are backing up once again. Are we going to perhaps see some more Dark Rituals? No, we do not. Lich is sitting at level 3 right now. Could just drop... continue to use that Pendant of Energy trick to try and get more mana and blast away at those Archers. Meanwhile, please, now transitioning away from just Archers to Hippogriff Riders. Hippogriff Riders do a little bit, or have a significantly more hit points because, well, it is a combination between the Archer and that Hippogriff, that little special bond that they have right there. They live and die together. So it is going to be helpful when you're trying to deal with the hero nuking damage of that Lich and that Death Knight. The Archers would usually just get taken down pretty fast. I see that there is no web right now. And, well, how is this all going to work out here? Skeletal Minions are going to quickly make their way after that Tree of Life. There goes a Frost Nova. Death Knight is going to be in trouble. Is it going to be able to scoot away? Lich now trying to back up. Are we going to see another Frost Nova as a Wisp gets into harm's way? And there is a Death Coil there. But the Entangle finishes it off. Lich now needs to head back. More damage could be coming back across. The Keeper of the Grove trying to just keep pace up to 70 mana, 73, 74. Are we going to looking for the Entangle? The Entangle should be going down right now. There is that Entangle. A little bit of damage there as the Keeper of the Grove is trying to stutter step its way in and get in front of that Lich. Lich does have a potion of greater healing though, so not really in danger of falling as of yet. Lich still trying to make its way back off to the north. The lack of armor and a very big impact as it was taking 15% more damage pretty much as the Keeper of the Grove now shows up in front again. Are we going to see another Acid Bomb? Lich could be in trouble. Down to 64, down to 55. Death Coil saves it at the last possible moment and does not use that potion of greater healing. KraV is absolutely playing on a razor's edge, using every single hit point on that Lich to stay alive.
We can't build them.
Back down to the south here. Oh, a shade constantly causing problems, just moving around, saying, hey, I know you want. Oh, he finally was able to set up that tree of life as the shade now looks to back away. And at this point, please knows that KraV knows about the expansion. Level 3 on that Keeper of the Grove will be level 3 on this Goblin Alchemist. As soon as a unit dies here, there it goes, gets up to level 3. We are looking at, well, what item? Cloak of Shadows, and still don't see what ability is going to be at level 2 yet. Acid Bomb or Healing Spray, both are viable options. Back across here, Lich sitting at level 3, and the Death Knight sitting at level 1. I don't see a Slaughterhouse. We are looking at dual crypts. So dual crypts for gargoyles now, and without an expansion, what is KraV's long-term strategy? Please, sitting at 50 supply, going up against 38, and we are now looking at perhaps the Tuskar Trapper finally getting cleared out. This expansion is currently well protected from gargoyles, as we are looking at a shade and now trying to make its way by here. It was, well, revealed for a little bit of time. Back across here, Ice Trolls, Ice Troll Priest, all going to get taken down. Are we going to see an Acolyte perhaps make its way over and try and clear up and set up an expansion? Hippogriff Riders going up against Gargoyles, and, well, Gargoyles don't really counter Hippogriff Riders. In a straight-up fight, I believe Gargoyles do beat Hippogriff Riders, but the instant you mass up Gargoyles, your opponent who is running Hippogriff Riders can just dismount those archers. So then the Hippogriffs with melee attack, and then adding on to that, the archers who have that piercing attack usually will come out ahead. So it's ghouls and gargoyles making their, well, not ghouls and goblins, ghouls and gargoyles making their rounds out. We are looking at, nope, no expansion being set up at all. Hippogriff plus acid bomb is, yep, yeah. Gargoyles would get taken down pretty quick. Let's take a look at Gargoyles off across over here. No armor. And they are going to go ahead and engage Frost Nova, slowing down many of those Hippogriff Riders. First, Gargoyles are getting pecked out of the sky. Death Coil trying to make their way back. You see Acid Bomb making a bit of moves, as well as the Archers. Well, some of them dismounted to get in some damage. Ghouls, however, now going after the Archers, as well as the Lich. Going to be able to get in some damage once more. Lich now up to level 4. Are we going to see some more damage come across here? Lich does not have enough mana for a Death Coil, as the Death Knight now trying to back away. It has a Ring of Regeneration, which is fairly helpful at this point in stage in the game, but it is, well, not going to be able to really fight back against all of these units. There goes another unit. There goes one Tuskar Sorcerer, as the Lich now looks to back up again. Let's take a look at this. Level 3, almost level 4 on that Keeper of the Grove. Just 3 experience shy. All right. Well, I take that back. Keeper of the Grove somehow gets to level 4. Not quite sure where a unit died, but a unit died somewhere. And we're looking at the Gargoyles with 3-0 upgrades. Should have been able to handle those Hippogriffs, but it was the Acid Bomb that caused a bit of issues. Even though there was Frost Nova coming in from the Lich to cause some problems there, it still wasn't enough. Fairy Dragons on the move once more. Where are they all going to go? Another Ent going to go ahead and scout out absolutely nothing. An open expansion, as KraV is going to be in trouble, especially as Please starts to saturate this gold mine. He killed a Shade for level 4. All right. Able to spot that Shade and take it down to get to level 4. Keeper of the Grove. 910 experience. And Alchemist halfway about to level 4 as well. Close the sliding glass door. Death Knight, Lich making their rounds out. Both sides still, well, going back and forth. Please, with the larger army. KraV only sitting at 37 compared to 51. And here we go. Scroll of Protection, Frost Nova, Acid Bomb, all of those spells and abilities in the air trying to be used. One Hippogriff, well, was not regrouped with the remaining units, and that is going to cause some issue here as the Gargoyles are now looking to back away. However, the Gargoyles do move very, very quickly. Hippogriffs, well, move very fast. Gargoyles move very fast as well. I wish there was actual numbers to determine as opposed to just descriptors like it is in StarCraft 2. Movement speed, range, all of that is actually helpful when you have a quantitative analysis as opposed to just a descriptor there. All right, Death Coil, Frost Nova experience now given. Hippogriff's going to try and engage, but there are no gargoyles here, so the Hippogriffs, well, Archer is now trying to go ahead and finally mount up to take down some of these units. Tree of Life is entangling and finishing off that Goldmine. Hippogriff's trying to finish off those gargoyles there. Meanwhile, Death Coil saving that Lich. Lich does have a Frost Nova, finishes off some other units as the unit's going to try and back away. Death Knight has level 3 or level 2 Death Coil. We're going to see that perhaps come down once more. Death Knight, why isn't it doing that? I don't quite know, as we're going to see the Alchemist now in a little bit of trouble. Death Coil saving there. Lich does have a little bit of healing, a scroll of, or no, potion of healing being used by the Death Knight as the Death Coil Frost Nova onto the Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove down to 58 hit points as the Death Knight is still right there. Lich, however, doesn't have the necessary mana, and they are all retreating back. KraV almost taking down a level 4 Keeper of the Grove before it was able to instantaneously heal back up. More battle coming through. Lich sitting at level 4. Death Knight sitting at level 3. Units are backing up once more. Hero levels are about the same as, well, there goes another Frost Nova onto a Hippogriff. It looked like, well, did a unit actually get taken down? Or was that some sort of other cold attack? Not quite sure. Didn't look like there were any other available cold attacks. Please should have a significantly larger army, 40 supply compared to a 30 supply army, and that's with KraV having ghouls still on the lumber line. Actually, no, he doesn't have any ghouls on the lumber line, so that is his full army. But however, this massive air army coming in from Please, many of the Hippogriffs just can't do anything with this ground army here. Yes, it counters the gargoyles, but that just means that the Death Knight and the Lich, if they're able to work together with their powerful hero nuking abilities, they'll be just fine. More units still wandering around here again. We're going to see Ents making their way off to the north, perhaps to try and scout out if an expansion is coming down. Death Knight now trying to lead the charge, lead the way here. Lich is off to the side, is going to try to pick up anything useful. Hippogriffs are there, and are we going to see, there's that Frost Nova, a little bit of damage. Gargoyles entangle onto the Lich. Lich going to get a Death Coil, but isn't going to be enough to keep him alive. Down to 490 some odd hit points, but still ends up staying alive, at least for now. All right, we have finally haunted the gold mine at the 12 o'clock spot, and KraV now needs to defend it. We are looking at, well, Please picking up perhaps a Scroll of Healing, Scroll of Protection, will make its way off to the north and try and shut down this expansion. But KraV is okay with this. KraV is okay just simply trading expansions at this point, as he knows that he needs to hold on to his expansion if he wants to really stick around here. However, Trents are now making their way off to the Ziggurat over here on the top left. This is going to be a non-committed harassment, as you see some of these forces of nature, off to the side here, they're not even attacking. Meanwhile, down here, gargoyles getting in a lot of damage onto that Tree of Life. All right, it looks like Please not quite sure what to do in this situation. Does he go to the north? Does he go to the south? However, mass piercing damage from gargoyles, not going to finish off that Tree of Life quickly. Keeper of the Grove shows up to the party. A couple of gargoyles get plucked out of the sky once more. Meanwhile, Ents of KraV are going to get taken down, as well as you can see the forces of nature are just trying to finish things off still. All right, Lich, Death Knight, they are caught, well, a little bit between the base and their opponent. The Death Knight finally going to be able to break free down across here. Keeper of the Grove and the Alchemist keeping the Death Knight and the Lich, well, out of commission once more, as the Gargoyle is going to make their way off to the north and, well, try and protect this expansion. Finally, a couple of Acolytes were already taken down, as the Fairy Dragons now making their way to keep up with the Death Knight and that Lich.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Back, well, what happened there? Back off to the north here, Acolytes getting in some repairs. We're going to try and train up a Spirit Tower as well. More Acolytes should be making their way over. There's another Acolyte right there. Hippogriffs now making their way in as well. Are we going to see some more repairs? Fairy Dragons are here to perhaps try and poke down some of these units. You're going to see a little bit of damage onto those Acolytes, as the remainder of that ground army, Keeper of the Grove, is going to be showing up. Where is that Alchemist? No, Alchemist is under a sea yeah, right there. under a sea of hippogriffs, as we're going to be looking at an engagement here. Level 4 now on the Alchemist. Gargoyle is going to try and engage. There's a scroll of protection. I believe a Frost Nova does go down as well. No, the hippogriffs are still way too fast. Alchemist is at 400 hit points and dropping quickly. Entangle now onto the Death Knight. Death Knight could be in trouble. Gonna go ahead and use a scroll of healing. Down to 281 hit points. Uses that scroll of healing to stick around a little while longer. Lich still has a little bit as well, as the Gargoyle is going to go ahead and engage here against these fairy dragons. One fairy dragon taken down, another fairy dragon taken down, as the Lich gets to level 5. All right, those quick kills on those fairy dragons, a very big deal, as it gave level 5 to the Lich. Level 5 should be level 3 Frost Nova, able to burst down those units oh so quickly, as we're going to look at a couple of forces of nature getting taken down here as well. Level 5 now on that Lich. Where are they perhaps going to try and travel off to? Are they going to be able to hero nuke down any of the building or any of the units? Fairy dragons, as you remember, are magic immune, so they are a very good counter to that level 3 Frost Nova. However, the hippogriffs, the gargoyles, are the problem, as the fairy dragons cannot really hold their own against those gargoyles, needing hippogriffs as support.
Our warriors have engaged.
All right. Lich right there. Are we going to see the Lich turn around, get a big Frost Nova? No, we do not. Fairy dragons do fall off in terms of ability. There goes another Frost Nova onto the Keeper of the Grove. More dark rituals. Lich just trying to constantly get more and more mana, using a Rod of Necromancy, pretty much like a Potion of Greater Mana. 52 supply compared to 66 right now. KraV and Please about to battle it up. We're looking at the Fairy Dragon's going to go after that Lich right there. Lich taking a lot of damage. Are we going to see a Death Coil onto that Lich? There it goes. It is temporarily saved, as it is going to retreat back. A Frost Nova goes down. But a healing spray keeping many of those hippogriffs still alive and well. Level 4 going up against the level 5. Level 4, KraV finally going into low upkeep and staying there. Death Knight taking a lot more damage than he should, with no easy way to heal except for natural regeneration. I still do not see a Slaughterhouse coming in from KraV at all, as the Ents are now being forced to retreat back. Acolyte trying to run back there as well. We are looking at a couple more Ents making their way off to the north. And this is still a non-committed attack coming in from Please to try and shut down the expansion. 70 supply compared to 54. Is this going to be enough? The army of air units, well, hippogriffs and fairy dragons. The hippogriffs are there as defense. The fairy dragons are the only thing that can really attack the ground units and help deal with those schools that are on the ground. Gargoyles 3-1 upgrades. More dark rituals for that Lich. Still using that Rod of Necromancy regularly and often. And, well, I guess a natural counter, once again, using air units to try and stop from the Rod of Necromancy from being able to get too many units easily. Are we going to perhaps see a healing spray? Yes, again, healing spray being used to help keep all of those hippogriffs alive and well. Double Spirit Towers. Acolytes are off over here as well. They should be able to do a lot of damage to those units. Spirit Towers dealing 27 to 32 and also having fortified armor. Back down to the south here. KraV, it looks like he's finally dealt enough damage to Please. Main gold mines have now been drained. In comes these units here. Hippogriffs now making their way down. There goes a major Frost Nova across multiple units. Healing spray. Units now need to be forced to pull back. Are we going to see another Frost Nova there? If you see another Frost Nova go down on a tightly packed group of hippogriffs, they could all actually get burst down if you are not careful. Having level 3 Breath of Fire on a Panda perhaps would have been the better call at this point, as we see a stun go down on that Death Knight. All right, 23 minutes into this game, and finally KraV attempting to clear out these corner creep camps. We see a Medallion of Courage, Strength, and Intelligence, the item for that Death Knight, as he gets up to 490 mana. All right, repairs underway. Main gold mines have now all been mined out. We are on one base each. We're going to see another Frost Nova come across all of those units. Gargoyles now need a backup. There goes an Acid Bomb as well. Negative armor across negative 4 armor. Could get up to -5 here in just a second to go to 0. Very fast movement speed for all of these units as they go ahead and go into stone form in order to regenerate those hit points. gargoyles turn to stone.
Don't that mean they're sort of vulnerable?
They are vulnerable, but they regenerate hit points, so you do it out of battle. Back down across over here, Hippogriff still providing air coverage, just in case the gargoyles try to dive on in. Keeper of the Grove off over here as well. Alchemist sitting at 4. Keeper of the Grove sitting at almost at 5. Are we going to see a battle get into position? And one Hippogriff dives on in. There is a massive Frost Nova. Meanwhile, there is also a large amount of Acid Bomb coming across. All of these gargoyles are low on hit points. Scroll of Healing, Scroll of Protection, being used by both sides to try and keep all of their units alive and well. All right, gargoyles are getting taken down. 52 supply compared to 56. Who is coming out ahead? Alchemist, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Death Knight gets up to level 5 here as the Alchemist falls, and it looks like Please is just giving up right here, and that is the end of the game. KraV able to take it out in one last battle, able to stabilize long enough as even though he mined less gold. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.